Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Tuesday, the 25th of September, comes to you from London. Dollar just improving over the last 24 hours, just starting to see it looking a little bit more bullish, and it looks like it might be just finding support there on the dollar index on the medium-term cloud. So just outlook improving slightly. Of course, all eyes on the Federal Reserve for an expected interest rate rise as well. So that's probably weighing a little bit on the market. And seeing the euro, we're seeing it actually hitting resistance here. Maybe it will climb through. The dollar is actually finding support. The euro is hitting resistance. So interesting to see that. But still bullish above the cloud on the short-term chart. And if we look at the yen, we see the dollar looking strong here as well. Sterling sitting at 131, so still looking pretty good against the dollar on that level, but still bearish on that short-term chart. And if we look against the euro, sterling also continuing to look weak after last week's falls. Same for the Swiss franc, although sterling is improving slightly there. And against the Aussie dollar, sterling is fairly flat at around 181. Bitcoin, we're seeing falling away again this morning, down some 2%, so that's quite key. And if we look at US markets, we see the S&P 500 index is still holding on to its gains, although yesterday we did see a little bit of a sell-off, and the same with the Nasdaq and the Dow and the Russell 2000 index. So markets just fairly subdued again, awaiting Federal Reserve today. The futures holding on to the bullish territory on the short-term chart for the S&P. The Nasdaq E-mini also just holding on. The FTSE 100 fairly flat at around 7,400. We've been at this level really for most of this year. We've seesawed up and down, but the UK market is just not managing to trend at all, and we're still bearish on that medium-term chart. The same with the mid caps, just struggled to make a new high that we saw in the summer, and the DAX actually looking stronger on the short-term chart, but medium-term still bearish. The CAC 40, much the same picture, although medium-term looking better than most European markets. The Japanese market up sharply overnight, so looking stronger there, weaker yen helping. The Hang Seng falling away quite heavily. The trade war still worrying the region, and the Chinese market pulling back after recent gains. So short term still looking quite good, but the medium and long term charts look terrible. The Sensex sinking lower in India, and the Aussie market also just struggling. So just coming through the cloud there, but struggling. Brent crude made new 4-year highs yesterday, so we are seeing that jump, and that's looking significant as well. And WTI also looking higher. We've got medium term and long term targets of around 12% higher. About $10 higher. There's talk of Brent going to $90. We do have a target to 94. We've got two targets to the mid 80s, and short term we have got a target to 83.60. So it does look like we could actually go considerably higher. US natgas broke the $3 level yesterday, and that's really the first time in ages that we've seen US natgas above $3, and that's looking strong. The medium-term chart, or actually bullish, short-term chart bullish, still have work to do on the long-term chart. But we've got upside targets of $3.47 and $3.15 on the short-term chart. So this might be the much-needed breakout that we need to see on US nat gas. Gold is looking better this morning, above the $1,200 mark, not quite bullish yet, and silver also looking better as well. US 10-year yield sitting at 3.1%. Expectations of an interest rate rise, and the Fed giving us guidance really on the next couple of years will be the key. That's what everyone's looking for in the statements this week. But we are just seeing that 3.1% level being broken. 3.23% is next. We've got 3.38, and we've got even 3.83 on the long-term chart. So interest rates pricing in big rises. Looking at US tech stocks, Apple still bearish below the cloud on the short-term chart. Amazon much the same picture. Facebook is recovering a little bit off that 165 level, so that's quite key. And if we look at Facebook, they are looking a little bit better short term. And Microsoft holding its highs, looking probably one of the best tech stocks at the moment, bullish above the cloud on all three time frames, with good upside targets, several percent higher. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.